Hello, and in this class we will talk about what are arrays and how we can use them in our JavaScript programs. So, array is a very useful placeholder for multiple informations. We have learned different variables like string, boolean, and number. Now we can use arrays to store all the different variables together and have them stored by order. So let's first create a simple array. So let's write var r equals to 1, 2, 3, and let's close the array. Press enter. So now we have an array of 3 numbers, 1, 2, and 3. Let's output the array. As you can see, the console returns the array of 3 numbers ordered from 0 to 2. That's because the first index of the first number or any other variable will always be 0. That's a thing to remember. As you can see, it's exactly the same as the rule for strings. So if in string the 0th indexed char is the first letter, in the arrays so are the numbers or different variables. The first stored value will have an index of 0. And there are different reasons why, but for now you just need to remember this. And this is not really different from other programming languages. So if you have learned other programming languages, it should be really easy for you. Let's output the index 0 element. As you can see, it's 1. Let's now edit the third element. The third element will be with index 2. Let's write it equals to 0th element plus element number 1 plus element number 2. So we should have a value of 1 plus 2 plus 3 or 6. As you can see, it does have a value of 6. You can use this method in very different programs. Arrays are used in different programs and they are very useful. Another similarity between arrays and strings is that you can use a function .length. So if you write r.length, make sure you put th in the right order and press enter. You get 3. 3 because there are 3 variables in the array. And here is one little trick. If you create a 9th indexed element and make it equal to any value, guess what will be the length of the array? You think it will be 4? Well, let's see. No, it's 10. That's because it counts the length after the last indexed element. So let's output the variable or the array. As you can see, it has numbers which we have created and then later modified one of them, so the 6th one was modified. And then there are 6 variables which are simply undefined, and the 9th indexed element is defined. It's a number, but the length is 10. So when we created the 9th indexed element, the program filled the other variables with undefined. So if we'll try to output the 3rd indexed element, we'll get undefined, as well as from the 3rd one to the 8th one, it will be all undefined. and the length will be 10. We will later see how we can sort the arrays of numbers. But let's now create an array. So let's create array 2 with different variables. Let's put boolean first, then let's put text 1 2 3 plus 2, and then let's put the value 1 2 3 1 2 5. All right, now let's check if the array was actually created. That's right, it was created. Let's open it up. We have the 0th indexed element true. First 123 plus 2 in text, and the second 125. The length of the array is 3. So here you can see why arrays are so useful and why they are used. The reason for this is mainly that they can store multiple variables, and also the type of variables can be different. So you can store all the booleans, all the strings, and all the numbers all together, and you can add them up, and you can see how much you have them by the .length function. So this was a lesson on arrays. You can also, one last tip I will give you is that you can create arrays in different ways. I have shown you the first way. Let's see what are other ways. So we can create an empty array like this, and as you can see, it has no values. The length is 0. There are no values. As you can see, in other arrays there are values. Here is no values. That's because it's empty array. Let's create the array number 4, and we'll create it by writing array and then putting the number of elements in brackets, and let's output the array 4. We have 3 undefined and length 3, and there is also a method almost the same one, which is variable r5 equals new. Actually, writing new is better. New array. Let's create an array of 100 elements so you can see the power of JavaScript and the power of arrays in JavaScript. And let's output finally the array number 5, and as you can see, we have 100 undefined values. Whoa, that's a lot. And the length of the array is 100. So this was your lesson on arrays. I hope that you learned how to use arrays, how to edit arrays, how to modify arrays. My task for you is to create 5 arrays, one with numbers, second one with booleans, third one with strings, fourth one with strings and booleans, and the last one with all the variables, and try to output three elements in each of the arrays in one program, and let's see what you got. So this will be the homework for you.